All right, what's up, Eagles? Daniel back again to talk to you guys a little bit more about our wonderful Blender and Sketchfab plugin. In the last two videos, we got everything installed for Blender. We got our Sketchfab plugins installed and set up, and now we're on the next level where we're able to see what else we can do now that we have all this installed. And we're going to shift gears a little bit here, guys. So at first, we have here this awesome looking F-16, man. I think it's so cool. And I want to now switch gears a little bit and kind of start creating the world that's going to be around our awesome F-16 here. Just so everybody remembers, when you hold the middle mouse button, it's going to help you move the scene around, right? You need to come over here to view as a review. You go to the end here, and this is what controls how far you can see. And then if, of course, you want to get close up in detail, you can be, smaller, even 10, and all of a sudden now things are so small that you have to get super close to even see it, right? So now back to 100,000 is what I like to keep it at, but you guys can keep it wherever you want. Okay, now let's bring it up just one more zero. So we have enough room here to really play. Now, we learned in the last video that these little buttons up here can switch it from having a wireframe setup, right, where you can play with it. We've got the shaded setup where it looks like this. We've got the lightly setup where you can play with this, and it's not rendering it in the best resolution, but it's there to where you can see the light and how the texture is going to look on the model. Okay. And then we can switch out one more time to where we have the world lighting. And the world lighting is really neat, man, because when you click this little down arrow, right, it'll give you the option to have either the scene lights or the scene world. We're going to uncheck those for the minute. Okay. And then we're going to take this world opacity, we're going to bring it all the way up. All right. And then we're going to bring the strength, we're going to kick that in gear too. So we have a lot of light coming into the scene. Okay. Just that simple. Now, when we go back, we kind of get this little dilly bob out of the way. If we click view again, I think you just have to kick these little things down like this. Okay. Now, check this out, guys. So now we have it in a kind of like a scene where we can see it inside the world, huh? And what's neat is if you guys ever want to change this little outdoor thing. Oh, I like these. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm liking this, guys. This is looking neat. So we have our F-16 now. One thing that you can do, so we got this grid here, and this grid that's on the ground, you can see it kind of here. If we take off the deal just for a minute, this grid here is able to be turned on by the other controls up here, right? So you have some that control the what they call the gizmos, right? And the gizmos are kind of like the things that you have here on the UI, and you can always turn them on and off here if you're trying to take a snapshot or something's in the way. Like when you want to move an object, like let's say that we come over here, we select this whole plane. Whenever you turn these gizmos on and off, right, you can kind of, if it's too much in the way when you're really zoomed in, like let's say we're trying to jump over here and we want to get into this fuselage, right? And we're trying to figure out how we can get really close in this thing. You see how it slows down? So I'm holding shift again to try to pan, and then I'm rolling, and then I can pan sideways a little bit more. What it's going to do is it's going to slow down how far you zoom when you get closer into the model's center point, right? So now as we come in and touch anything, you don't roll. What's cool is you can zoom out here and see what you're selecting, right? So we're selecting this glass cockpit uh, front end, right? So if we take this thing off and hit delete for a second, we'll go back and put it back on. But you guys can see right here how easy it is to position yourself inside the plane, right? And all these planes, some of them, like this is a low poly one, right? So it's not going to have it's not going to have like the controls and stuff inside, but you can easily go back to your Sketchfab plugin and we can say, hey man, I want to see a cockpit, right? And then you just wait for it to load for a second. We're still, make sure we're logged in. So if it doesn't show something, then you have to kind of click login again, right? But we say cockpit. Now, what's a neat thing to show you on this next video here is that you can change some of these search filters, just like you can on the site on Sketchfab when you're searching. And if we switch this over to like, let's say the most liked cockpit, let's see what we can find here. I think it'll be neat. Let's kind of zoom out for a second one more time. Oh, you can see really after your Blender has time to render the cycles, how amazingly beautiful these models get, man. I mean, I can't stress enough how realistic this small little 2D model looks with the right cycles. I mean, look at this thing, guys. It's amazing. And the more it sits here in Blender, if you have it set to cycles and you set the max sample, like how many cycles you want it to render, That's how you do it here, right? And it'll literally render the light until it's so perfect that it's almost impossible to see. I hit Control Z there to bring back the cockpit window because we're gonna animate this thing to pop open, and we're gonna put a cockpit in here together, okay? But look how well the light reflects, and the reflections come off of the outside world that they put in here for you automatically. This is called an HDRI world, and I'll show you guys how to add some new ones here later on. But yeah, you can even make it in the dark, and the light follows the dark. Isn't that neat? So, anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of give you a neat idea on how lighting works and kind of how you can create the world out here and be able to see. So this is like a little stage where you can have maybe a product or an idea. Maybe you have a new invention, man. It could be anything, Eagles. You guys could do anything with the power and the tools that you have. Everything is free here, guys. And you don't need a super strong system to pull this off. I do have a really strong machine running this video here, but if you guys have problems getting your machines optimized, you hit us up in the comments or you hit us up with messages in our Discord. I guarantee you, man, we're going to help you, okay? This is all about trying to get everybody to the next level for what they want to do in design. I'm going to leave the video at this, guys. I know that it's a short one again, but we want to make sure that we get all the content we can to you as fast as possible so you guys are ready to do the next level, okay? Oh, didn't that look neat, man? That's so cool. Okay. Just to go back on one other thing that we have talked about, if you take this other button here, you can see that our grid is here and the floor is here. Yeah. So if you take out the floor, you take out the axes, right? Now it's not in the way. And you can also take out your gizmo. Let's see. Let's take out the gizmo, 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 gizmo. Let's see. Navigate tools, active object. I want to get rid of the sun gizmo, but that's okay. I don't know how to do it quite yet right away. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's if you have any, comments, questions, or anything else that you guys want to see for content, be sure to leave it down in the comments. If you have a chance, please like and subscribe the video just so we can get this out to more people and have the YouTube algorithm really blow up this content. We want everybody to have a chance to show the world their ideas, and that's what it's all about. All right, guys. Well, until the next time, I hope y'all enjoyed and fly high, Eagles. We'll talk to you soon.